It looks like we can expect to talk about concept art for Spider-Man No Way Home for quite a while, as there seems to be a constant trickle out of new art of what could have been and some alternative takes of what we already got in the final version. Now let's talk about some brand new concept art that was recently revealed featuring some bendy realities and once again, the Amazing Spider-Man 1 costume on Andrew Garfield and why all this concept art seems to feature him in that specific suit. Alright guys, so in this video we are going to be talking about 3 more pieces of concept art we got here. So without wasting too much time, let's get into the first one here. And this one is really interesting because it's also going to kind of play off the second one we're going to talk about. And what we essentially see here is that train sequence that we got in the film, but it's more of how the world is bending in terms of with what is going on in New York. And we can see that the Doctor Strange effect is, on full display here in terms of the world bending into itself. Now, the second one is a continuation of that. You can actually see that they just slightly moved the art to the side and they continue the, scene going into what we sort of got in the final version. Obviously, there's no city merging or anything here because that ended up being kind of the two overlapping in the film, which this kind of concept art confirms that it wasn't a last-minute change that Sony did for the film, as insiders and scoopers said it was, due to reactions of it looking bad. It's just, well, this is what it was going to be, but the visual effects weren't done. But here's the most interesting one, and this is the one most people want to talk about. And this is, of course, the final battle. It's another great piece of concept art giving us the kind of a big scope of the battle. And if you pay attention again, this is more of the final version. We see that the Statue of Liberty is very much how it is in the film. There's been some obvious changes that are made in the final version in regards to the costumes and everything and what is going on. But the big standout to me again is if you look at Andrew Garfield, and he's the one that's the most on the right lower side, you're going to notice that he's in his TASM1 outfit again. He's got the red line and everything. So it's interesting that we keep seeing concept art close to final designs in regards to him still wearing the TASM1 outfit, which makes me think that they were very much going to stick with this. Now, I don't know why, but a part of me feels like that they wanted to pull in Andrew Garfield between films. Almost being like, hey, look, the reason he changes his suit in TASM 2 is because he's also inspired by the other Spider-Man. And that would kind of be cool, but obviously that would kind of be problematic because then you would have to de-age Andrew Garfield and the character development wouldn't all be there. So they probably just went back on that because there's no other reason you could possibly go back to that suit. Like, it just doesn't make sense. I will also say that's a nice little Crane Dad Easter egg there, which is pretty great. That's always welcome. Boy, that's a throwback for some of you. So overall, man, I am loving all these concept arts. I just hope they keep on coming, like more of them, please, because I love seeing what could have been. And I just need that art book. I need it. Got the rest of them. Need this one desperately because I can't wait to see some of the alternative things that were planned for this film. Because if we're seeing this, imagine what we're missing that they're not showing us yet that's in the art book. There's going to be some real good stuff in there.